Hello and welcome to BPM Bullets per Minute. Today I'll be running Skuld. Clear all rooms on easy. With a twist, it'll be an upgrade to 100% clear. That means instead of just pulling the lever in each of the challenge rooms on the first 7 floors, only one time as is required for a standard clear all rooms run, I'll be pulling it all 3 times that we can. We're going to be seeing some stronger enemies sooner, we're going to be seeing some unique enemies as well, and we might see some enemies that you might only see once pop up a few more times, depending on what enemies spawn and what enemies don't. It'll be fun. The challenge chest loot will definitely have an RNG element, because that chest loot is overpowered for being a reward for clearing all 3 waves of those rooms. And we'll just see how fast we can go today. Moving on, let's get right into the run. Give it a little countdown here in 3, 2, 1, go. Loading right into Asgard 1, there are 8 floors in the game, 2 Asgard floors, with Asgard 2 being either Asgard 2 or Asgard Crypts. We're always hoping for a Crypts, because Crypts gives us access to certain rooms that we can use that are particularly advantageous, though you do need a key to access it, so seeing that key there is useful. We're almost always guaranteed 2 keys on the first floor unless we get a Baron floor or a Midas floor, in which case we're really hoping for a key out of a shop or something like that. Case in point, let me jump into a shop right here. Say hi to Hugin. Hi, Hugin. He's a good bird. One of, technically, the Ravens of Might? Odin, I believe. Ravens of Odin, but here he's just a good bird. Good little shopkeeper. And we jump into the first challenge room. Normally, we'd only have to clear this first wave, because that's how a clear all rooms run works. The second and third wave do not display challenge, or I should say, room cleared messages. Hate seeing these grubs. They spawn all these flies that take multiple shots to kill. They're slow, and these flies are erratic in their movements. But normally, you get that room clear message, you get this chest, and that's all you get for a challenge room. That is Golden Gun. Holy crap. That's the best gun in the game. I wish I could say I planned this, but there's no planning for a golden gun. Especially not out of a random drop like that. Holy crap. I'm just trying to recover from the surprise of that right now. Dragon Skin, that's a pretty good drop. Not the best drop you can get out of there. It gives you shield regeneration, which on Skuld is pretty useful. It means you don't have to worry about your health running out, which it almost is right there. I just stood in so much shock from getting the golden gun that, just stood there and took a few hits. That would have been funny if I'd died on Asgard 1. It's happened before that I've died on Asgard 1. Particularly to a little sniper spider. Baby spider's the most deadly enemy in the game. Pop out of nowhere and just jump ya. Gonna grab that shrine right there, get some range on this pistol. Don't really need that. Don't need to jump into this armory particularly either, but I am going to just for that damage upgrade just in case, because there is no guarantee that we get a Crypts, and it's not looking like we will here. Normally I might be a little concerned, but we've got the dragon skin, which means we don't have to worry particularly hard about dying. And we have the golden gun, which is the best gun in the game aside from not having a lot of range. So, I don't know what to say. I'm shell-shocked right now. Jumping into Asgard 2, we're just cooking right along. Another key, we're at 4 keys, 6 coins. Alrighty, if this was an any percent run, I'd be diving straight into that boss room, but it's not an any percent run. We still got plenty more rooms to cover here. Normally I'd be kind of disappointed at seeing a range drop out of one of those chests, but right now, since I'm low on all my stats and I don't have access to the statue room, which is a room in the crypts that we sadly will not be able to see, I'm going for any stats I can. Speaking of challenge rooms, more rooms we're not gonna see, I need to get this challenge room. Alright, and I need to focus up and aim. Hey, there's our buddy. I was wondering when he was gonna show up. This is the Reaper, but I call him Gordon the Goblin. He's dead now, but I call him Gordon the Goblin. We don't die to him enough to really have learned his name. He doesn't seem to mind being called Gordon the Goblin. Honestly, I'm gonna take Gunner's Partner. Normally, I would grab infinite ammo. And that's for if we're grabbing another weapon called the Haunted Revolver. But I have the Golden Gun, which is the pretty much one gun better than it, so don't really need the Haunted Revolver. And it's actually a small floor here. Love to see that. We're gonna jump up into Hugin's shop again. And I do mean up because, hey, it's got stairs! Don't you love stairs? Those are time walls. I'll grab Midgard Bracelet. Midgard Bracelet, I said. I grabbed that out of instinct. Top off our health, and get the heck of a handbasket out of here. Midgard Bracelet's great, gives us plus to our health, max health, and plus to all of our stats. So plus 1 to all of our stats every single floor, and plus to our maximum health, though that is just a standard one-time thing with the max health. I guess the only thing I'm really personally looking for now is more ammo, and it looks like we might get the chance for that if we dip back into the armory over there. Though now that would just be backtracking because I don't have the coins. Yeah, if I get a coin here. I didn't get a coin there, so never mind. We're not getting any more max ammo. Don't know why I opened that chest, that was time loss. If I could have time loss in a bottle. Yes, I'm a Jim Croce fan, sue me. Actually don't, because I don't know if Universal would actually consider that DMCA. It shouldn't be, but we all know how Universal is sometimes. God, seeing those Clockwork Souls get one-tapped already. You don't know... Clockwork Souls are a robotic enemy that normally take a hit and then they just chug along for a bit because they enter an invulnerability state. Kind of like that guy. But being able to one-tap them with the Golden Gun is just amazing. Jumping in here, we're gonna see what we get. That's the Deadeye lens. I don't have to aim anymore. Well, I have to aim, but less. As you can see, my aiming reticle has greatly expanded, and that little dot is just going to be jumping all over the place now. Oh, and that's a lot better than the Rhythmic Chaos boots, because now I don't have to worry about those just detonating on someone I don't want them to. Plus, it's a minor speed boost, so we're moving physically faster. Onto our third floor here, we've got Vet, and he's dead. And hey, there's an ammo up. Under 9 minutes into Vanaheim 2, not the best pace I've ever been on, but still very good. I mean, with the build we have right now, we're pretty much just kind of one-tapping everything. Not too much to say here. I'll let you enjoy the wonderful soundtrack composed by Sam Houghton and Joe Conson, wonderful friends of the community. We've even got an emote of Sam's face in the Discord. It's a lovely emote. It's a little weird the more we think about it, but it's funny. One thing I will point out, there is an enemy that was in that second wave of the challenge room. That was a enemy that normally does only spawn in the crypts, and we're also seeing some enemies that would normally spawn in Helheim as well in these challenge room waves, but we're seeing them earlier than we normally would due to being in those challenge room waves. It's a very strict difficulty curve if you're not ready for it, but we're getting pretty lucky with this run. Plus, the challenge room loot pools are just amazing. That is Gullveig. She can be one of the toughest barriers of the entire run, but thankfully we made short work of her. I mean, she is the final boss of the practice run for a reason. And now we are into Svartalfheim. These floors, I mean, we say every run goes to Svartalfheim to die for a reason. And that is because we have so many different enemies to deal with. Ooh, I get to show off a boss challenge room. Boss challenge rooms have big versions of certain enemies or just unique enemies. But well, with the build we have right now, it doesn't really matter what you are. We're kind of just blowing right through every enemy we see. I did not expect this when I sat down to record this run. But here we are, making our way through Svartalfheim 1. Another floor boss there. That's a unique floor boss, the Samurai, I believe he's called. And he is very tough sometimes in the right situations because he has an attack that can one-shot you. So, you gotta be careful. And yes, I do mean one-shot, so that's fun. Avoid that attack at all costs, and you're good. Also, say hi to this guy again. We did see him earlier in the run. He was in one of the Vanaheim floors, and now we get to see him again. You can see just the effectiveness of the Dead Islands coming into play here, saving me so much time. I'm not really having to aim very hard to hit any of these shots in a lot of these dense enemy rooms. And we just move straight on to the boss of this floor, Alvis. And slip on into Svartalfheim 2. This is the floor where one's going to die. It is swimming in lava, it is swimming in enemies that usually have invulnerability phases or have some sort of shield or armor. Or those imps and flightless imps. You wouldn't think they're too dangerous, but they do 50 damage instead of just 25 like most enemies. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but look at how much health we have. We have 25. And flightless imps are fun because if they drop a bomb and you kill them and they detonate on top of you, that can be a 100 damage hit. And if you're playing on Hellish, all that damage is doubled. Those are an insta-kill enemy, basically, in the right circumstances, which is very fun. You're also getting to see a lot of Skuld's kit come into play here. The Mortal Curse, that secondary ability where you're seeing that skull flash up on enemies, is just helping save so much time on certain enemies, like these mechanized brutes, the giant robotic enemies that you're seeing me have to shoot in the back or hit with the Mortal Curse. Or these Guardians, I just hit them with the Curse and I don't have to flank around them or wait for their pattern to finish to destroy them. The Curse just takes them down through their shield. It's even useful against Clockwork Souls. Hey, we got Gordon the Goblin again. And we're making our way back out. Gotta backtrack all the way, and just to please everyone, please the fans, hi Munin. No, we haven't said hi to you yet, buddy. At least not properly. But we've got the time as we're going through here. But this is the biggest way you can lose time, really, in a clear all rooms or a 100% clear run, is backtracking due to maps being like this. A backtrack can lose you minutes over the course of a run. Especially if you don't have a massive speed upgrade like the Skates of Strafe, the Go Faster Glove. Or if you end up having to do multiple backtracks like I'm going to have to do here. And there's the true mortal enemy of every timer, the doors. Movement is great in this game, but you can get stuck on doors so darn easily. And that would be an effect of Gulvig. She was doing the slam attack when I killed her, and that's just a remainder of her attack being in that room. That can happen with a few enemies in this game. Gulvig, the Draugr here, if he's doing his side-to-side wave attack. I believe also Vet can have it happen, so hazards of clearing a floor boss early, or just clearing a boss in Helheim that is being used as just a random floor enemy now. So yeah, that's fun. Destroys runs for Sangrador and Odor are one-hit KO enemies. Oh, I forgot that I wanted to show off the quick kill on this guy, but that's okay. We're just going to get on through and finish out this run. Not too much to say here as we're heading into the final boss rush. We're heading up towards this dragon. We're going to shoot him in the foot. And yes, I do mean the foot. Kind of just got a greatest hits of certain enemies coming through here. Bosses from the first two floors. The Draugr and Ymir. And then just some enemies from Helheim 1. And then the Eater of the World Tree, Needhog. And that is time on the run. The final crescendo, the name of the game, and victory. 1916-97, not my best run, certainly not my worst run either. That is IGT, the time RTA is 21:55, certainly not anything to complain about there. I hope you have enjoyed, and thank you for watching.